Hello children, how are you all? Hope all of you are safe and sound at home. Once again welcome to our online physics session. Children, with the last session we completed our first chapter, electric charges and fields. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, electrostatic potential and capacitance. Before moving to the session, let me remind you something. You must be very thorough with the first chapter, because we are applying most of the concepts that we had discussed in first chapter in studying this new lesson. So be thorough with the first chapter, with the concepts. Okay children, so let's get started with the session. Children, as we discussed in our introductory video, let's get started with electric potential. But we can't discuss about electric potential without mentioning electric potential difference. So first, let's discuss about electric potential difference. From there, we can arrive at the concept of electric potential. Potential difference. From the term itself, it's very clear. To find potential difference, we require 2 points. The 2 points are required because we are finding out potential difference between that 2 points. So here, consider 2 points A and B. Okay. Now place a test charge Q0 at the point B. And this Q0, you remember Q0? Yes, it's a test charge, and the test charge is very small so that it cannot create a electric field. Also, it is a positive charge. Now, if you want to bring this test charge Q0 to the point A, what should we do? Yeah, we should do some work. So, some work has to be done in order to bring this test charge Q0 from the point B to the point A. And let this work done be denoted by WBA. WBA means work done to move the charge from B to A. And this work done per charge Q0 will be equal to potential difference between 2 points A and B. So here the potential difference is denoted by VA minus VB. So you may think, why do we write VA minus VB? Why didn't we write VB minus VA? Children, potential difference means the difference in potential between final point and initial point. Here B is the initial point and A is the final point. So potential difference will be V final minus V initial. That means potential at A minus potential at B. So VA represents potential at A and VB represents potential at the point B. Hence the potential difference VA minus VB is work done per unit charge. So how will you define potential difference? Yeah, potential difference is defined as the work done to move a charge from one point to another point. Okay, and you are familiar with this definition. You had already studied this definition in your class 10 physics in chapter electricity. But the scenario is different here. There you studied about the moving charges. Here you are studying about the charges at rest. That means electrostatics. Okay. Now, the most important thing is that this charge Q0 should be moved very slowly, so that there must not be any change in speed and hence no change in kinetic energy of the test charge. You know, if there is any change in speed, kinetic energy also changes, because kinetic energy depends upon speed or velocity. So this test charge Q0 should be moved very slowly, so that there is no change in speed as well as kinetic energy of the charge. Now, let's assume the point B at infinity. We are going to make the potential at any one point as 0. So if we want to make potential at any one point as 0, we must consider that point at infinity. Why? Because potential at infinity is considered as 0. So let's take this point B. Okay. and assume this point B is at infinity. So what will be the potential at the point B? Yes, since point B is at infinity, potential at B will be 0. So this equation will change to this form: W infinity to A by unit charge or test charge is equal to VA minus VB. VB is 0. So equation looks like this. And this equation helps us to define the potential at any single point. Now we can easily find out potential at a single point. So what is potential at a single point? Yeah, electric potential at any point is defined as the work done to move the charge from infinity to that point. Okay, so to be more specific, electric potential at a point is defined as the work done to move a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. So next, just have a look at the definition for electric potential. Electric potential at a point in an electric field is defined as the work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. And these 2 points will be discussed later in this session itself. And you know the unit of electric potential is volt. You had already studied it in your class 10 physics. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. Okay. Next, let's try to derive an expression to find out an electric potential at a point due to a point charge. So for that, consider a point charge Q here. Let it be our source charge. Consider a point P at a distance R from the source charge. Now, let this extends up to infinity. Now consider a point A here, which is at a distance of X from the source charge. This is X. Okay. Again, consider another point B, and the distance between A and B is very small, so it is taken as dx. Now by definition, what is electric potential? It is the work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to point P. You are supposed to find out electric potential at the point P. So the electric potential at P is the work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to P. But it's very difficult to find out that work done because infinity is a distance which can't be determined so easily. So consider a point at a finite distance. For that, we have considered the point A on the path. A is at a distance of X from our source charge. Now, how much work is done to move that unit positive charge from A to B? First, we want to find out that work done. If that work done is obtained, we can find out the total work done by integrating that expression. Okay, so what will be the work done to move a unit positive charge from A to B? So if we place 1 coulomb charge, it is the unit positive charge at the point A. And if we want to move this 1 coulomb charge from A to B, what is the work done? Since the charge is moved through a very small distance, the work done also will be very small. And we can denote that work done by dW. And for any work done, the equation is force into displacement. And here the displacement is dx. Since the charge is moved through a small distance, dx. And what is the force here? See, our test charge is a positive charge. And this positive charge will repel this plus 1 coulomb charge because both are like charges. But so if there is a repulsion, this charge will have a tendency to move towards this side. But we want to bring this charge or move this charge along this direction from A to B. So we are doing work against the electrostatic force offered by this plus Q charge. Okay. So we must apply a force equal to this electrostatic force, but at the same time opposite to the electrostatic force. So this force is nothing but our electrostatic force itself, but at the same time we are applying a force equal to electrostatic force and opposite to it. So magnitude is equal to electrostatic force Fe, but direction is opposite, hence a negative sign must be included here. Now we can go for the substitution. You know the electrostatic force is QE into dx. Okay, equal to, we know what is the charge here, plus 1 coulomb. So instead of minus q we can substitute 1. So you will get minus E. Q is equal to 1 plus 1 here. So you will get minus E dot dx. Okay. So this is the small work done. Then what will be the total work done? Total work done is obtained by integrating the small work done. So the total work done is the work done to bring unit positive charge from infinity to the point P. Okay, from infinity to this point. So what will be the limits of integration? Distance from the source charge must be the limit of integration. So the infinity is a point which is at a infinite distance from the source charge Q. So infinity is 1, the lower limit of the integration. Then we are bringing that charge to the point P, and the distance of point P from the source charge is R. So infinity to R. Okay. Now substitute for dW. What is dW? Infinity to R. dW is minus E dot dx. Okay. Now what is E? What is the expression for electric field? Yes, the expression for electric field is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by, it's not R. Why? Because here we have found out, or we are considering the electric field at the point A, and A is at a distance of x from the charge Q. So we need to consider this distance x here. Okay. So we can write infinity to R, and E dot dx is E dx itself. E dx equal to integral infinity to R 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by x square into dx. Okay. So we don't have enough space here. So let's move to the next slide. Okay.